Alright guys, today's video is going to be just reviewing this camera, so if you're not into cameras, not into filming, click exit, watch tomorrow's video. See you later guys. Alright, so this is the A7S II. The lens that I've got on here is a 28 to 135 f4. I think it's like a G Master. None of this equipment's mine by the way, but I've been using it for a few days now and I have a good enough understanding to know the flaws and the advantages of this type of camera. First of all guys, the kind of images that come out of this is crazy. Like, it's amazing. Such a small body, it's just incredible the types of images you can get out of it. But like everything, it does have its flaws, alright guys? So, if you've used these type of cameras, especially the A7S or A6300, that kind of stuff, you'll know that the battery life is just horrendous. It's like 1 hour. You need to have, if you don't have any like external battery or like AC, you need to have heaps of these guys. The shit thing about these Sony batteries is they only last for 1 hour. They take like ages to charge. Like they take at least 4 hours just to charge one of them. So that's pretty crap. So it's a shame. Like they do have quite a bit of space here. You know, they could have fitted like a similar battery that they have in like the Canons or the GH4s, but they went with the smaller battery. Just something to keep in mind if you are looking at buying something like this camera. Also, like the software guys, it's been widely talked about how like the software is it's just not really user friendly. So we'll quickly go through the settings and I'll show you what it's like. The first thing that I thought was kind of a bit unusual with a camera of this high end is, see how when there's a video, see how it's got this film on the side? I just found that really childish, guys. Like, on a $4,000 camera, you wouldn't expect it to have stuff like that. The way the menu's laid out, like with the Canon menu, you can just access everything really, really quickly. With the Sony menu, you kind of have to like, go through, find which category you're in. So if you don't have much experience, it can take quite a while just to find out, what settings you are and all that kind of stuff. This lens is super sharp. If you were gonna, if you had to only buy one lens for this camera, I would highly recommend this lens. It's pretty incredible. Like, we're shooting this short film and everything we shot on it so far, it's just been on this one lens, and it's amazing. Another thing to keep in mind is, since the sensor is really, really exposed, more than like your standard mirror DSLRs, where the sensors are a bit closer in, they can get dirty pretty easily. So you need to be very, very careful just to not expose the sensor at all, because they will get dirty really, really easily. I've found out with... The annoying thing is as well, even when you have it in the movie mode here, the only way to record it is to press this little button on the side. It can get really, really annoying. Like with the GH4, you can just start the camera just pressing this button. With the A7S II, you need to press that little button, which can get annoying, and sometimes you press it and it doesn't actually record, so you really need to like press it hard and make sure the screen is like, has that little red thing going on. Also, one thing that I absolutely hate about this kind of camera, guys, is this flippy screen. I'm filming this on a Canon 70D. It's got the screen the articulating screen that flips out, and you can kind of like twist it, so you can kind of have it in selfie mode, so now I can actually see the screen from when I'm sitting down in front of the camera. This screen, however, this is the range of movement you get out of it, alright? So, top down, that's the highest it goes. You can go like that. And that's the lowest it goes. With the articulating screen that's on this, same as the GH4 and heaps of other cameras, you can do like full 180. And you can bring it in. It's a lot more versatile, the articulating screen versus these screens. I don't know why they did it. Another thing to keep in mind is, since they made the screen the way it is, there's a ribbon cable in here, and it's just it's very vulnerable. Something happens to this cable, the screen is stuffed. So with the articulating screen, everything's a lot more solid, a lot more protected from the weather, from the elements, from sand, from dust, from just everything. In my opinion, it's a lot better system. Alright. Another thing that I've noticed is, if you are going to be using direct power, it's really, really dodgy. Even if you have like a HDMI lock, even with a cable locker like this one, when you connect the power, right, the plug Like the micro USB doesn't fit all the way in, it only fits halfway in. And even with the locker, it can get disconnected really, really easily. It's just a massive pain. I don't know why they could have done like a AC one, or even like just had the micro USB so you can go all the way in and lock better. It's just pretty annoying. Same thing with the HDMI, guys. You have to be if you're going to be using HDMI out and recording on like a Shogun or something like that, you need to be very careful. Because even if you have a little tap, it disconnects. It's a pain in the ass. I'm sure you guys know what it's like. So overall, like, I really, really do like this camera. Like, I think I'm really contemplating buying one. But I reckon at this stage, I'm probably going to wait for the newer one to come out. Purely for the flaws that I've talked about in this video. Saying that though, if I did own this, I'd be super, super happy. And I do rate this a better camera than the GH4. Just because it's a full frame sensor, you get a lot better depth of field, better in low light, and in my opinion, the images that come out of this beast are a lot better than the GH4. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, something a bit different for the channel. If you like this type of style, stay tuned and we'll see you later.
Have a good one!